Okay. Hey, it's talk comics to me time. It's the comic book Bone Zone. This is eight.
Number
Eight.
8.
We've made it to the eighth zone of boning. I'm Champ in Seth time.
I'm Heather.
I'll be your tour guide in this bone zone.
We need one. We don't want to get lost.
Yeah, no way. So we talk about comic books here. That's we
Sometimes.
yeah, sometimes we ramble about whatever the fuck is going on in our brains. Shows we've watched, people we hate.
I came across this video that was
Was it us?
no, better. Um it was movies that end the same with the same scene that is they open with.
Mhm.
Like an example was the movie 1917. Like the ending shot is the exact same as the opening one. Guess what was first on the list?
I don't know.
Gone Girl.
I wouldn't know that because I didn't get to the end. I didn't see the end of the film. I read the Wikipedia.
I had no idea. So seeing it was like a little life changing for me.
Huh. I don't even know if I saw the opening scene of Gone Girl because I feel like I was like reading something at first when it was on, like finishing up like reading a comic or something, and then finished my book. And then I was like, okay,
It's
into Gone Girl now.
here, let me see if I can recreate it here. I don't remember if she's laying down like this and she turns and her hair like falls across her face. And that's like how it ends too, except she's got her hair cut.
Okay. Okay.
It was something like that. Again, I don't know.
Anyway, we're here to talk about our weekly comic books. Heather, you ready to go?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I have this one shot and it's called And We Love You. It's a scout book. Um, and I do feel like I need to say this beforehand. I had to look up what the actual comic was called. It's an epic, a brand new epic from the world of Commander Rao,
Oh,
which is
okay.
a scout title. I had no idea. I didn't know what that was. I just saw it was a one shot and was like, cool. Um, but it is basically about a young soldier who dies on the battlefield during like a violent dystopian war, and she begins to like bleed out all of her memories,
Hmm.
and it's the tale of like her life, her death, and love.
Sounds
I actually
interesting.
I really enjoyed this. I thought it was really cool because in between like all of the scenes of her life, like how she got started, how she joined this war and all that kind of stuff. It shows her like dead on the battlefield and like being buried in a mass grave by the enemy and like all this kind of stuff. And it was, I don't know, it was very interesting. And the art was pretty cool because like in the present, like this is obviously when she's dead, it's like kind of grayscale. And the only
Hmm.
real color is like the blood. But then the past when she's remembering things is like more yellow hued and stuff. So I thought it was pretty cool.
Hmm.
And since I do know that Commander Rao is tied into this, that's one of the characters in this book. I had no idea.
Yeah, I feel like is that in the solicit for that book?
I don't remember. I had to look it up because I when I finished it, I saw like the ad for it or whatever in the back for that
Hmm.
book. And I did notice that it was like the same team that works on it. And I was like, well, this actually kind of looks like one of the characters that's in here as well. So I did have to look it up. And in the solicit, I on the Scout website anyway, it
Okay.
says that it's the epic from the world of Commander Rao, but I don't remember
Okay.
if it said that on actual like previews or not.
Yeah. So it feels like that's why I would not have gotten it. And it's also a scout book, which I don't tend to get.
Yeah. And they are very hit or miss, but it was only one shot, which is also why I was like, okay, cool. But I didn't realize that it was 9.99.
Wow.
But it is 64 pages.
That yeah, it's pretty big.
So yeah, it does make sense. Come on,
Uh, it
get
does
in here.
it does mention that it is part of Commander Rao.
Oh, it does? Okay. I
Hmm
couldn't
hmm
remember if it did or not.
It's at the end of the solicit, but it does say
Mm, very
it.
good. Now we know.
Okay, I guess is it my turn?
Yes.
I got a few books. I layered on the books this week, but I don't have much to say. So this is The Many Deaths of Layla Starr. This is the hardcover deluxe edition. It looks great, to be honest. It looks beautiful. In the back is some extra stuff with little interviews with Rand and Felipe. They are from like Panel by Panel, which is just like a little magazine that does like comic stuff. So there's like little breakdowns. There is a little breakdown on the letters, some like concept art stuff, and then cover galleries, how this goes, deluxe editions.
Mm-hmm.
There's a really cool opening by Fabio Moon that like I really enjoyed like quite a bit when I read it. I was like, damn dude, that was good. um yeah, I love Many Deaths of Layla Starr, and I just needed to own this hardcover. So as always, I think you should read it. So if you get a chance, definitely pick it up. And I think that hardcover is nice. It's a little bit bigger, so you can like get the art in its full glory. So I have Lady Margaret. This is a book by Michael Elizabeth Johnson. This is a local artist here from Omaha. I'm like tripping all over my words today. So this book, Lady Margaret, is about Lady Margaret and Sweet William, which is a traditional English ballad about two lovers of whom either one or both die from heartbreak. You start out with being introduced to her, Lady Margaret. The art reminds me a lot of Trad if you're Tradmore fans. So a little like, I don't know, at loose, I guess. And in this, the pages are in black and white, but I really enjoyed it. It's just like a really quick read, and it's you know, just this little like Michael's take on this like ballad and how he sees it. And I don't know, I really enjoyed it. He also has a little zine, and I don't want to say like a publishing company, but a zine like Patreon, where each month you can get a different zine made by a trans artist. So I can't remember like how much it is. I think it's like $6 to $10. I don't
That's
know.
not bad. That's really
Yeah,
cool.
it's not a bad price. It's called Wiggly Bird Mailing Club. So go look that up. And then this is Mike selling this on his website. I think it was like $25. Looks nice. Little little hardness to it.
And
Oh
it's
yeah.
supporting a local artist. So,
It's supporting a local artist in my hometown.
hmm.
Okay, so then next I have Cosmic Ghostwriter. This is issue number 1. Uh this is written by Stephanie Phillips, and then Juan Cabal does the art, and then Espen Gutedrin does the colors, and that's on one story. And then Jonas Scharf does the art on the other one, and Arif Brianto does the colors on that one. Um, just Cosmic Ghostwriter story. He's basically at this point, Frank is kind of like taking it easy and not doing like wild Cosmic Ghostwriter shit, but there is a Cosmic Ghostwriter out there doing bad things. So
Being naughty.
yeah, being naughty. I really enjoyed it. Uh it didn't like lean too far into like too much silly cosmic Ghost Rider stuff. Kind of was like it had that aspect of it, but was also kind of serious. So
Mhm.
I don't know. Enjoyed it. Art looked good. So if you like Cosmic Ghost Rider, I would suggest that. I'm done.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready, I guess.
Okay. This is Banshees. We both have this one.
Hmm.
This is number one.
I
This
think I
is
only special ordered this one.
I can't remember if I did or if I added. I feel
I
like
feel
I
like
added.
I was like, I feel like you added it as well. Just a story, like a, I don't know, kind of slasher story.
Yeah, it's like a weird slasher, like ghost story is what it feels like.
Yeah, and there's definitely some weird shit going on.
Hmm.
I actually I didn't mind it. The art was all right, but the story was fun.
Yeah, I feel like the art was very standard for scout books, which is
Hmm.
was really funny to me. Um, but yeah, just about a girl that ends up like going to college for psychology, and she discovers that there were murders that happened on campus, and so she's doing a little bit of research in the library, which is classic for these kind of stories.
I like how the weird, like, I'm just gonna say pervert professor,
Yeah,
like, is just like immediately like, oh, okay, is this who this guy is? I'm sure it's like some form of red herring, and if it's not, then that's just bad.
he's suspicious enough that I'm like, he's the one who's been keeping the bad away because they can't be that obvious with it.
You seem like a fucking freak, so of course you're not the freak.
Hmm.
I know
It's
what you do. I know how to
it's like
write
in
stories.
the movie Urban Legend
Yes.
where you think that Jared Leto is going to be the killer at the end, but he's not.
Hmm.
Shocked me, got me. I was like, you tricked me. I thought for sure it was going to be him.
Well, just Jared Leto is like untrustworthy as hell, so
Yeah,
it
he's
makes
got those
sense.
weird, intense eyes. I don't like it. I don't like looking at them. Anyone with blue eyes like that, who make it known that they have blue eyes, get out of my face. Can't do it. Okay.
Are you ready, I guess?
Yes, next.
Okay. This is Phantom Road. This is issue number one. This is a new book by Jeff Lemire and Gabriel Walta, and Jordi Belair. It's just a story of a truck driver who comes upon a weird situation on the road,
Something suspicious.
and some, I don't know, little goo guys come up.
Are they aliens? Are they ghosts? Are they some sort of supernatural creature? We don't know. This is the first issue and it does not explain it.
And nope. And I don't know. That dude just bashes the shit out of all of them. So I don't know if we'll ever know.
That would be funny if that was like it, and the rest of the story is him just being completely haunted by this weird event that happened, and like he refuses to go on that road ever again.
You're given more layers to like the main character and why he's on the road, I guess, and like who he is or the things that he's dealt with. Um, I don't know. It was not my favorite first issue, to be honest.
I really liked the colors in it. Like,
Hmm.
I liked how dull it looked. I thought that was really cool. The art itself was it was good. It was fine. I didn't mind it. I thought it fit the story, but I just wasn't too interested in the
Yeah,
story.
yeah, I was unfortunately also not interested in the story. It's fine. I'll read the second issue because maybe that'll bring me in a little bit more. Because I
Sometimes they
am,
pick up. You never know.
yeah, and I am intrigued. Like I obviously want to know what's like happening and put the like pieces in place, but
I do. The one thing that I really, really liked about it was spoilers, the end, how you have like this page where he's like, oh, we got to do something about it. And then you get
Mm-hmm.
thinking it's done. And then there's like one last page where that's when he's like surrounded by everything that he's just
Yeah.
brutally murdered with a crowbar. I thought that was really cool the way that was done.
They're basically like putties from Power Rangers.
You know, that's pretty accurate. I like that.
That's all I gotta say about that book, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't have much more to say.
Okay.
So I'll go
It's you.
I'll talk
I
about
think
something
it
else.
yeah, I think it's your turn. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll just keep going. Um, I have Phantasmagoria. This is issue number 5. This is also a scout book. I got a lot of scout books this week. Okay, I got 3, whatever. But this is a Black Caravan book through Scout. Yeah, this is issue number 5. I'm not sure if this is the last one. I had to look it up and I still didn't get any answers. Because this book, as I've mentioned the last couple of issues, is way more confusing than I think it needs to be. And I don't know if it's just me or if that's just like how the story is written. But basically, the two wizards are working together to take down the demon. That's about what I got from it. That's all. I'll do a little more research and see if there is any more. I did take a liking to the art, which took me a little bit to get into because,
Uh-huh.
as I'm sure you know, black and white, like just art like that, is very confusing on my
Yeah.
eyes. But I think this story, it looks really, really cool like that because there's like so much going on. Like, this is one of my favorite panels from this issue. Just thought it looked cool. I don't know. We'll see. I hope that's the last one because I didn't want to drop it because I it is really cool, but it
Yeah.
is just all of the pieces that are moving at once was just pretty confusing for me. So I'm hoping that if this is the last one, I'm just going to go back and read it all together and see if it
Yeah.
makes more sense that way.
It's fair.
We'll see.
Get it. Um, okay, I have a couple books that ended, and then one after that that Heather and I have that began. Okay,
Very
so
good.
that so then I have Batman and Robin. This is issue number 5. This like wraps up the entirety of like Lazarus Planet stuff. Um, Robin defeats the devil Nezha, saves Batman, saves the world. It is done.
There we go.
Yeah, it's like I didn't I don't know. I didn't hate this story, but I didn't feel like it needed to be such like a bombastic like event type thing. It would have been fine just like these 5 issues or like 4 issues. It would have been I would have been fine with it.
Hmm.
But yeah, Batman book. So then I have Human Target. This is issue number 12. This wraps up the story. Um, and I really, really, really liked it. I was not expecting the ending. I don't really want to necessarily spoil anything for anyone, but it was a really good ending. This like issue just like shows you Ice like continuing on and what like she does after the poison runs its course through like Christopher Chance's the human target's
Does he
body.
die? Do they figure it out?
Do you want me to spoil? I can I'll say spoilers for people, but then the
Spoil it for me.
I can't just whisper it to you.
Oh, okay. Um,
People will hear us. We're mic'd up right now.
Tell me
Uh
about it after we finish recording then.
yeah, but good book. I had a good time. Um Surprisingly so. Art was really, really good. I liked the mystery of it, even though it also was one of those things where you're like, oh yeah, it seems like this person anyway. But like the little curveballs that were thrown. Okay. You
Are we
ready?
next?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're next. We got Rogue and Gambit. This is issue number one. This is another book by Stephanie Phillips. The art is by, oh goodness, I should have looked this up. Um, Carlos Gomez and David Curell and Federico Blee does do the colors. Uh, Heather, do you have any thoughts, feelings?
Um, I mean, I have a lot of thoughts and a lot of feelings. I love Gambit. I love, reading stories. The last Rogan Gambit series that was put
Did you
out, I
say
guess,
you love reading stories?
Rogue and Gambit series,
Oh, okay. I was
which
like,
I is stories,
I
yeah.
I I love Gambit. I love reading stories.
I
Which
mean, I
yeah.
do. Um, I liked the last series of them that was like done, and I think this one's really interesting because it also, ties in with everything that's going
Hmm.
on Krakoa and stuff. But basically, you know, the Rogue and Gambit, they never get to go on dates because that's exactly what happened in like the last series too. They were on vacation and then their vacation got like fucked up. So they couldn't even they had to solve all these mysteries first and they couldn't even enjoy their time together. It's so frustrating. They just want to go on a date. So anyway, they're they're on a vacation, a date essentially. And Destiny is like, I need y'all to like solve this problem for me. So they do it. They're
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah, I didn't mind this. I probably special ordered this to like read with you, and I will not get more than this, but it was like fun.
That's
I
fair.
had a
Yeah.
good I had a good time. I was not a fan of the art, like I had said to you, just lots of things that I did not enjoy about the art, but that's neither here nor there. Because the story was fun. So I feel like if you like Rogue and Gambit, something like you'll enjoy. I
Yeah.
suppose being familiar with what's going on in X-Men is also helpful,
Hmm.
but maybe not.
Well, they do a pretty good job, like at the beginning of kind of explaining where we're at, I
Hmm.
guess. But it would help to know, like where Rogue has been this entire time, like what she's been up to. Gambit, it doesn't matter so much, um,
I
because
mean,
it.
he died.
No, I know. I'm saying it never really matters what he's doing though, because like, yeah, he was dead, and they brought him back, but it's not. Maybe he's just like drinking so much because he's traumatized by it. I don't know. I know he was upset that he couldn't even go on a date.
I mean, that was like partially his fault too.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's always like 75% Gambit's fault.
uh,
But, you know, it was a lot of fun and I am going to read it all because I am a sucker.
yeah, I know you.
Yeah. That's who I am as a person. I'm just a big sucker.
Yeah, I sucker.
All right, I'm going to go.
Go ahead.
Okay. I have this book. It's called All Night and Every Day. I don't remember ordering this. I remember seeing it in previews and being like, it sounds weird. Um, and it was very weird. It was very, very weird. So it follows main character Michaela. She has been spending the last like 2 years trying to find what happened to her fiance because the day before their wedding, he just disappeared. And she has not heard from him since. And on this particular night, her friends are trying to get her out to like go party for a little bit, like let loose. Don't think about this man for just a little bit. It's been 2 years. Forget about him type thing because
Hmm.
everyone else has. So they end up going to this house and that it's a weird house. So
Like
this only
13
happens.
Ghosts weird.
Yeah, it's like let me see if I can they end up trapped in a hellish, never-ending house party where death isn't even an escape. It's a labyrinth-like. building. It's called Banquet Hideous, and you have to search for an exit. But so like every time you open a door, it leads to like a completely different area. And there are people who have been there for like years and years and years and years because they can't ever find the exit. So it's
Okay, so
her
no,
just
so like 13 ghosts in the sense of like the house being
yes,
wild. Okay.
yes. But it is never ending because apparently the rule is if the house doesn't want you to leave, you won't leave.
Okay.
So my whole thing is I think that you need to face something within the house. And I think the reason why she is the main character of this story is because she ends up finding her fiance who has been stuck here this entire time. And she comes to some realizations about him. So she has to make like a huge life altering decision. And that will either lead her out or keep her there.
Hmm. Okay.
It was interesting. I mean, it is a one shot, so it makes sense why it would like move so fast, but I feel like it just kind of skipped a lot in terms of like her emotional state because there's a lot of stuff that happens in here where I'm like, I wouldn't have been able to do that that fast. Like, that's crazy. Um, but it was fun. Like, it was a fun little story, and I'm glad that it was only a one shot because I don't think that you could have made it into more than it was.
Hmm.
The only thing that I didn't like about this story is the weird Nazis
Yeah, that's fair.
that are like torturing young people. I thought that was a little weird. Uh,
Why? Is there a reason for them, or is it just
each room in the house is just something different. In that room, it's apparently just a Nazi torture room.
okay?
I don't
Okay.
know. Very strange.
Yeah, that's weird. That is a weird one. All right.
Yep.
Okay, I
Well,
guess I'll.
that was one of the things that got me too is like she's trying to save these two young like kids essentially
Mhm.
that get taken in there and her fiance is like nope, we got to go, we got to get out. She's like, what are you talking about? We have to save them, like they're gonna die. And he's just like, but we're going. Like, I get it, he's been there for a long time, but like, they're kids.
Yeah. At least save the kid. Try if you can.
Yeah. He just like grabs her hand and tries bolting like right away. It's like they're Nazis. You know what they're capable of.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
That's all.
I guess on that note, it's like, should I switch up the books I'm talking about? Um, I have the Dead Boy Detectives. This is issue number 3. The little Dead Boy detectives are investigating like what's going on with these Thai ghosts. Lots of stuff is kind of revealed here. Don't have a lot to say because I don't really want to ruin anything for anyone. And there's a lot of stuff happening right now. But yeah, looks good. I still enjoy it. I feel like it's not a book you have to read if you're reading like Nightmare Country or any of those like any I guess other Sandman universe books, but I think this and Nightmare Country are the only ones right now. So
Mhm.
just a fun little offshoot story. And then next I have Where Monsters Lie. I probably am just gonna take this off my pull. I did not really enjoy the second issue, and I did not really enjoy the first issue, so I don't feel like I need it. Third's all right. I think that's like probably my favorite part of the book, but just serial killers living in a neighborhood. Their secret gets out. The police come, specifically like a cop who is has a past with one of the serial killers, you find out. Um, and so like he's on this like mission, and in this one, like basically all the cops are like murdered by the serial killers. I don't know. Like
We
it's
knew
not
that
like
was going to happen.
yeah, it's like it's not like bad. It's just I'm not like super enjoying it, so it doesn't feel like something I should just like keep reading in hopes that I
Right.
will like it.
It's not for you.
Yeah, it's not for me, which is fine. Not every book is for me, you know. I really like traditionally like Kyle Stark's books. That one is just not it.
Mhm.
But it's a good lead into the next book. which is also by Kyle Starks. I hate this place.
I
We're
have
in hell.
fucked this place.
Uh, just a little book about Jeannie, that
Trudy.
Trudy, and her wife,
I can
who
never remember her name.
we did so well, like one of the last few times.
I
Oh,
know.
Gabby.
Gabby.
So they move into a house that is left behind for Gabby, and the house is fucked up. Everything around the house is fucked up. There's horrible, like giant spiders that yell help. There are ghosts. There are aliens. There are murders. And in this one, Trudy's family comes back and they're fucking awful as well.
Yeah, they're religious fanatics.
I don't know. I still really, really like this book. I think it's great.
I love the introduction of like her family. So you kind of see like she's been dealing with this like her entire life, which is why
Yeah.
she's so like, I don't know, fit to handle what's happening, like why she was
Hmm.
so good at it, like all of a sudden it's because she's been fighting for her life her
Yeah.
entire life.
And then I didn't end up reading the back, like, little article. It's about cult horror.
I did. It was
Um,
very interesting.
but then it also has a list of cult movies in there. So yeah, I always think I always forget to read these. I didn't even get this far.
It's
I'm just like just reading the books, like, or reading the list, like, okay, this movie I have seen, yes.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I was going through that
Oh,
too.
the Invitation 2015 is in there.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of really good ones in there. My
All
favorite
right.
is how they do like Storm Drain segment from VHS.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny, even though that movie was garbage. 94, VHS 94
Was that the one that came out like last
last
year?
year. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one better than the most recent one.
What was the most recent one?
I guess I guess the 2021 is the one I liked, which was 80 something.
Oh yeah, I liked that one. I liked that one a lot. And I did like the Storm Drain segment in the newest
Mm-hmm.
one, but overall I was like, this is just too long. Each one was just like way too long. Anyway, there's some good movies on that list.
Kind of got sucked into that list for sure. Uh last we have Detective Comics. This is issue 1069. It's real nice. Uh
Speaking of that, I read an article like a couple weeks ago that said the number 69 isn't funny anymore. And I don't know who wrote the article, but they're wrong.
yeah, that sounds right. But they're
I couldn't
wrong.
believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what are you, Gen Z? 69 is so funny.
I'm just gonna show the second page of this
Mhm.
book because yeah, like Heather said to me in text message, it looks good as hell. It looks so good.
So good. The
Um,
puzzle pieces over him in the corner
yeah,
there, so good.
I also like the flow of like the story and at that part was really good. Um, I like this. I think this was probably one of the best issues so far in this like story altogether. I just really liked how like the pieces are kind of falling into place. I like how Montoya is kind of seeing things as like they are.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I don't know. This book is just really good.
I
I'm
had
happy.
two, other than that one spread that you just showed, I had like two favorite parts, I
Mhm.
guess. Like this page,
Yeah, that page was good.
but this panel in particular, because of the way he's like vibrating. I didn't know if that was a print error at first, but then I was like, no, he's actually like shaking, whatever. And then this page with Gordon, where he's just drinking and talking.
Yeah,
I thought that was like perfect. It was done so well.
yeah, this book is book is really, really good. Like
Mm-hmm.
the art is really good. I really liked the backup story in this one as well. I loved like yeah, just good. Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Solid book. Solid
Yep.
Batman book.
Really, really good. Number 69.
So that's all the comic book got. That's all the comic book talk we got.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else because my words are not working with my body right now. Not today. Um, so yeah, go to your local comic book shop and buy some comics. Yeah, if you get a chance and you're on the internet, go grab Mike's comic and check out Wiggly Bird mailing club. Uh
Are
I'll I'll
is
try
he
to
still Pool Party 666 on Twitter?
yeah, I think on Instagram that's his handle. And then there is like a separate Twitter for the Wiggly Bird mailing
Okay.
club.
I
I can
wasn't
just
sure if it was different.
I'll just try to link all this stuff if you're on what's it YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm assuming if you're listening to this as a podcast, then you're probably like doing shit where there's no way you can click on things. Um, so yeah, just use the internet and look those things up. You'll find them.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and go support your local libraries. Take care of your friends. Take care of one another. Heather, what do you got over there?
HarperCollins Union is no longer protesting, so if you want to buy HarperCollins books again, you're good to do that. Everything is cool. Just wanted to put that out there. I just found out earlier today, so
Nice, nice.
there's
All
been a
right.
list of books that I've been wanting to buy that I have like been putting off because I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it yet. It's not fair. Not
I
for
get
me.
it.
I don't care about fair for me. I mean for the people
Yeah,
protesting.
no,
That's what
I understood, but
okay.
I get why you clarified, understandably so. Yeah, I don't really have anything else, so thanks for listening to us, and we'll see you on the flippity flip.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, I'm gonna stop this and I'll remember to tell you what happened in Human Target here.